Policy Research Associates presents peer interviews taken at the September 2019 Trueblood Diversion Services Summit, held in Seattle, Washington. Both women in this interview video are peer workers in Washington State. They are both seated by a large sunny window and talk directly to the camera.
My name is Debbie Kirby. I am a certified peer counselor, peer recovery coach for the Trueblood program in Thurston Mason County.
So I'm Ronnie Batchelor, and I work in the Tri-Cities with Lord's Crisis Response Unit, and I'm the Trueblood Mobile Outreach peer. And what I do with them is go alongside my peers and support.
Trueblood is a class action lawsuit in Washington State that enforces a person's constitutional right to timely competence evaluation and restoration services. Trueblood class members are all people waiting in jail for court-ordered competence evaluation and restoration services. A result of the Trueblood settlement was legislation to improve the competence process and divert eligible individuals into treatment rather than criminal prosecution. Peer support workers are individuals in recovery from a behavioral health condition and/or who have been involved in the criminal justice system and have leveraged their lived experience to assist others in recovery. Through shared understanding, respect, and mutual empowerment, peer support workers help people become and stay engaged in the recovery process and reduce the likelihood of relapse.
At Thurston County, we're very, very committed to getting to know that peer. And so we meet them before they get out.
I meet them at their parents' house, a shed in the backyard of their grandparents' house. I meet them out on the street, homeless. I meet them when they're in full meltdown because somebody's called me and told me, look, this is what's happening. It's a matter of just trying to talk to them and get them to know that, look, I got you, bud. You know, not everybody understands where you're at. I do. And I'm not here to judge you. So what are we doing? Where are we going? I want to be here to support you.
And then also, you know, basically tell them, listen, I'm a peer. I'm like you. I'm just like you. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a clinician. I was where you were at years ago. So creating that safety. You know, trying to develop that safety first off so that when they get released and we pick them up, they already say, well, you know, I feel safe.
And I know that the peer role works because when they told me, I want to see you successful, I started looking at how can I be successful. And I thought I was like, not even worth that. I'm listening. I'm sharing my stories about my recovery. And I don't mind sharing those stories because they're worth something to me. And hopefully that value that I hold with that is being exchanged. And what I found that with most of my clients that I've been engaging with in Trueblood, they're ready, they're willing to do something different.
So I had something to say, right? After you've been through all this, after you've been through losing everything, building from the ground up again, you have something to offer someone else that's going through that struggle. It's almost like therapeutic in a way because when we help others, it makes our experience worth it. Peers come in on the ground level with our class members, and there's this perception that there's a limit to what we can do. And I'd like to actually challenge that limit because I think that there's just so much to be said about coming alongside somebody and helping them, sometimes holding their hand, but also sitting by them and listening to what their trauma has been. And some of that transforms those people.
Trueblood is going to be the best piece because you know what? People aren't going to have a background that's going to become a barrier to housing, a barrier to care, a barrier to jobs, a barrier to other things that they could do later on.
These interviews were conducted at the Trueblood Diversion Services Summit. For additional information and resources, please visit www.prainc.com. This video was produced by Policy Research Associates. Use of footage or audio from this video without permission is prohibited.